The Outer Worlds. It's an Obsidian made, Fallout inspired game released in 2019. Heavily narrative focused. With the first person combat. Similar, very similar, but slightly nuanced compared to the Fallout series, which it's mostly inspired by. Is that better than my armor? It's a heavy looting, shooting kind of game. Again, like all Fallout games. Got that. Where is my... You go on a interstellar adventure with your merry band of misfits. Yeah, let's go. Oh, never mind. Right. Yeah, that's fine. And there's tremendous conversation and dialogue. So there's a huge wealth of story building, world building, character building, and that's really the focus of the game. Its greatest strength is really the learning about the characters and their wants and needs and how you need to behave to make them happy, and your interactions with them on the ship and the specific missions for each one that you unlock. And there's a couple of different planets you can visit. There's a moon one, and there's a city one, and there's all that sort of, all the stock standard interplanetary variety you'd expect. But at the same time, the open worlds aren't terribly large. The weapon customization is good. Oh, look at that. It's a miracle. The difficulty... Yeah. The difficulty is not that bad. I mean, it's not a terribly hard game. Again, if you've got the difficulty up and you do something silly like run right into the face of the enemies and get yourself shot, then you'll have to deal with that. As for your place in the story, you are awoken from cryo freeze, and you have to help all the other people who are also cryo frozen. And it is a narrative game, so it's not like... It is quite strong in the narrative. It's not like the Fallout series in that you really go wild away from it.
I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen will be louder than the holds.
And so you have a lot of these conversations, and you can tell people to bugger off and all this sort of stuff. There is some spicy conversations you can have in terms of saying mean things to people, and particularly story characters. And wait, let's load a different save. Let's go even further back into the wells. Let's go. How far back is that one? It's pretty far back. So there is, if you think about, New Vegas, which is Obsidian's work, in tandem with Bethesda, but mostly separate, sort of like inspired and sort of carrying on the legacy there. Fallout New Vegas had a fair bit more punch to the story. Here we are. Ah, no, we are. That's great. Yep. Okay, that's cool. So one of the things you can do, you can kill off characters, which is probably the strength of the game, to be perfectly honest. Is you can just, shoot people. So let's just see what happens. I'll just shoot some people. So you have factions you can, align with, or you can just kill them all. So this is probably the best part of the game, in my mind, is that after some major story situations where you choose between factions, you meet up with the leader of the enemy faction, and he's like, "Why did you do that?" And then they say really mean things to you, and then you just shoot them. It's the best part about the game, and there's really no question about that. That you can just kill them off when they say mean things, So this is one of the bigger planets. They're sort of strangely closed off. They don't feel totally open world really. There's segments, but I mean they look alright. The art direction is one of the things that's the big difference between this and Fallout. Is there is a particular tone they go for in terms of the artistic design, which I think is it looks alright. I mean it's not ugly, it's not bad. So you can sort of tell from the colors that it is the Outer Worlds. It holds some identity. So I just shot those people, so it'd be interesting to see what happens here. Oh, I should fast travel to the town instead of doing the combat, because again, it'll just show you too much combat. Whatever. You do have loading scenes between areas, so that's sort of a Fallout standard thing. Actually, let's go back. Let's go to the town so I can show you a bit more. And we can just randomly shoot people. So there is a consequence of your actions in terms of, your relationships with the people, the factions in particular, on each planet, and you can, become hostile and shoot all the guards and all that sort of stuff. All the fun stuff from Fallout. Give me some map. There we go. So I want to go back to Edgewater and fast travel. So it's really such a huge character-based game where you really, if you don't buy into the world and you learn about the world and you listen to the dialogue from the characters and you sort of take a keen interest in the various politics. Let's go to, where is this place? Where is the farmery? The cannery. Edgewater's this entrance. Alright. Yeah, this is where I want to be. Cannery. And we want to go upstairs, I think is where we want to go. Oh, bad. Typical. There's a lot of loot canisters. I mean, there's lots of things to search through. It's that kind of, again, Fallout inspired, and you can see that in pretty much every part of the game. The environments and all that sort of stuff, they have sort of space aesthetic, but at the same time, oh, I just hurt myself. Mostly forgettable stuff. The health bar and the UIs and all that sort of stuff is sort of a classic-y style. Again, I'm not a huge fan of it, to be perfectly honest. Your companions, you can get multiple, and then you can equip them with various armor. That's it. And you can do good. We've got something better for... And they have various abilities, which you can unlock. And also a different style. You can, control how they behave, which is... Well, it's nice, Where are the people? Some of the nice variety weapons are science weapons, which you get later on. So you do get the plasma disintegration effects and... Oh. And everyone is really just annoying. Okay, so what's wrong with the game? It's not particularly memorable. The characters are pretty much forgettable. It doesn't have the reputation and the feel for a very good reason of the Fallout series. It isn't zany in that way. There is a lot of story construction that can feel like a burden. So you do have to, do what you're told. There's no just ignoring that completely and just doing whatever you like. It's just, you feel like you are funneled down a road, and there's really not much you can do to... You're just, distracting from doing it, but you still have to get down there eventually. And that has a lot to do with the fellow who rescued you, and the burden of being a part of his, quest to save the other frozen people. Is that, he saved you, and you're obligated to help everyone else and help him, and you can betray him. There's all these options you can do in terms of where... I mean, the story goes the same way, generally. I mean, there are different ways you can do it. Minutia, I'll say. But in terms of your impact on the universe, yeah, you have an impact. You can kill everyone. That's an impact. But it just doesn't... It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to play. It's not a satisfying game to play. It doesn't feel... Yeah, I didn't particularly enjoy it. So I did purchase it on heavy discount because I was unsure of it. And then it was just exactly what was said. So much narrative. And just... Yeah, you can't kill these guys though, unfortunately. My legs! Alright, so let's go to... Where's a good place to go? Monarch's probably... No, the Monarch's the sticky one. There is DLC. Again, I wouldn't recommend it. That's just... It's the Groundbreaker, isn't it?
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Your healing is this weird gas mask thingy. Let's mix it up a notch. Alright, no. So I don't like the characters. I don't like your companions. I don't like the story. I don't like the scientist guy as your friend. I don't like... You as a character, I feel like you don't have much. You have the decisions you can make. But you don't... I don't feel like you have tremendous amount of ownership. Even though you are the captain of the ship. It doesn't feel like you're the captain of any ship. Alright, so this is the little town area. So it's trying. I mean, it's not a terrible game. I'll be real there. It's not terrible. There is hacking and stuff, but again, most of it's pointless. Now, this would be quite funny, actually. Let's see what happens here. Alright, so I visited here earlier because I did this long-ass delivery mission. These guys are funny. And at the end of the delivery mission, I killed everyone. because yeah, I didn't do what they said, which they wanted me to do something evil, and I decided not to. And then they, you know, said really mean words to me, and I took that personally, you know. So yeah, that's the best thing about the game, is that there's all these characters that say very, very mean things. And you can just, you know, oh, that was a main character got splattered then. So I like the freedom it gives you. And you can order your companions to do like special attacks and things. Which is funny. Yeah, it was amazing. We can pick locks. Again, lockpick system. And when your skill's high enough, you can force locks. So it's really, yeah, the science weapon's the most interesting part of the game, where you can make things like tiny. And in this case, just burn them. So they're done. Let's go over to the doctor's appointment. They're doing evil stuff in here, by the way, so I'm not too worried about putting it into them. They got a lady locked up in the restricted zone. See if we can free her. Alright, come on. Come on. No, where is she? Is she still alive or... Where is she? Oh yeah, we got a disguises on. When you go behind enemy lines, you get like a disguise, a holographic disguise thing, so... Alright, let's go. Who are you? So we lack... Oh, that's it. One of the things we really lack is aliens, in terms of humanoid aliens. Because it's all just humans. So there's not enough spice in terms of the characters. Like, there should be alien characters that speak, you know, that are actually interesting. Always wanted to shoot you, mate. You gonna do anything? I just shot right in front of you, security personnel. Get him. Get him. Damn. Them arms and legs. They just went. So what's the point of slaughtering all these people? I think I'm trying to prove a point. Maybe Maybe I'm doing it in the most violent way I can think of to overemphasize it. Maybe I'm putting a bit too much sauce on there, but that's the point. I don't care about anyone in this entire world of this game. The outer worlds, no one matters. None of the characters matter. None of the NPCs matter. None of the side quest people matter. They are nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. And it's just... Okay, where's a good place to go? Stella Bay? Fallbrook? Stella Bay. I don't know how they did it. It's a miracle that they made a game where there's just no one you care about at all. There's no orphan children to feel guilty about. No, actually we'll go... I mean, I just don't care. And we're supposed to care about all the people who are frozen. Who are those people? I mean, we don't have any family, even though they should have said we had family members who were frozen as well and shown them the faces. We should have had, like, you know, a parent or something, or a kid who was frozen. There was no... Oh, there's just... There just ain't. There ain't no stakes. I don't care. I'm more than happy to slaughter everyone. Which, you know, I'm not psychotic. Maybe a little bit. You never know. But use your acid, mate. Oh, the melee weapons are quite good, so I'll equip a melee weapon just for a bit of variety. What's my best gun? Oh, let's just we'll swap the Swine Serpent because then you'll be able to see. Wait, did I drop it? I didn't drop it, did I? There it is. There, okay. Get him. Look at me go slow-mo. Okay, I haven't upgraded this weapon, so... Again, there is a upgrade system, so... Do I have upgraded anything? The gloop gun, let's try that. So yeah, I'm just doing terrible things. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Let's try enough. Hello there. You think you can run from me? You can't. Clean him up. You get him too, robot. But it's refreshing, because lots of games you can't actually, you know... Oh my goodness. Yeah, lots of games you can't actually clean up the local populace. And they hold you back, treat you like a child. When, you know, you can slaughter everyone. Just save your time. Why do quests when you can just eliminate everyone? Murder hosing the entire populace. Oh, look at this. Let's get a drink. Nicely done. Oh, that's the building we need to find. If we can find the... Okay, there's one place I'm looking for. It's the, where is it? I swear there's an orphanage around here somewhere. That's the hotel. Where's the orphanage? Oh, I want to get... Oh, bugger. I'll just run around the open world for a second while I talk a little more. In the open world, you're killing a lot of animals. Alien animals. So many alien animals. And just, you know, marauders. Anonymous marauders. It's just, I suppose the RPG elements aren't strong enough. And they're... Let's have a look at that real quick. Character. So you do level up your attributes. Can I get a thing? Where are they? Where are they? Oh, here we go. R2. So you pick skills in terms of you increase these values numerically until you get to certain checkpoints, and then you get bonuses from them. So I got my science at maximum, so it does like way more shock, plasma damage, and science weapon effects. The perks you just choose, and again, some of them are okay, and you know help, but they're hardly changing the game a huge amount. Does give you lots of details. Reputation. Oh, look at that. Everyone's scared now. So it does keep a track of your reputation and all that sort of stuff. The planets that you can go on the actual planet itself, not just a small section of a base, they are distinctly different, which is a positive. But again, you're killing a lot of animals and marauders, so there's not a lot of variation. And nothing, I don't know, nothing uniquely, like there's these queen insects, but they're not like death claws. There's no iconic enemies. I feel like Fallout has all this iconicness to it, and this game captures none of its own iconic parts. It's really just that you need to buy into the story and participate in the way it wants you to. And if you slaughter everyone, then, you know, it's going to be, you know, quite hard. But much more interesting. In terms of just, you know, not listening to people's shit. They just never stop talking. And it's never about anything of any value. I feel like they talk so much, but they don't say anything. That's the way to put it. And the AI can be laughably silly. And where I died before was just, again, totally ridiculous. Show you the map. So it seems like it's open world, but it's really not. It's really just a small segment there, and then you've got some limited pathways here and there. See how limited? Because you can't really go up like here. Can we go up? Can we go up? Sometimes it lets you do a bit of funky climbing, but most of the time not. So there's not really a lot of freedom in the games in terms of that. But again, you can't kill everyone, so that's the positive. I'm showing you the best part of the game. The only bit that matters. Oh, sealed. You do become, very strong later on. Again, it's more about your armor than your weapon damage, I find. So as soon as you get your armor up early and get the best armor and upgrade it, you can just tank everything. And that's sort of where you start to feel like you're confident in the game, you're strong, and then you can't be killed. And then once you can't be killed, or it's not easy for them to kill you, you can just get a bunch of weapons and just go to town. Go to town, literally, and kill everyone! What am I going to use? Oh yeah, I made everyone my enemy already. Wonderful. Saves me time. Oh, so much easier when they just walk over to me and get shot. Good job, guys. Let's finish them off. Get rid of all these rebel scum. Nicely done. These people don't even have names. You can only hold a certain amount of loot, so you don't want to pick up every gun towards the end or every piece of armor, because they do stack up quite quickly. So, be reasonable. Let's see if we can find anyone else. Anyone? No. Okay, I know where to go next. So there's a lot of repetition in terms of the buildings, and they all are sort of prefab slap downs for the majority of the game. There's so much repetition, it's, I don't know, it's just sort of a bit sad. And it's really just the nature of the buildings, I think, is the point. The art design carrying between the planets is kind of a bit, I don't know, it's a bit disappointing. But you can understand it because there's no alien peoples, as opposed to it being, a mix of aliens and humans across the galaxy. It's really just humanoid humans. Just humans. Oh, I'm going to fast travel to... Let's go. Oh, can I? I can't. God damn it. Such a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's really just a lack of aliens. Because you don't have the aliens, you don't have the... It doesn't feel like a space adventure. It feels like just humans have just settled on these planets and they're still pain in the ass douchebags, and you just gotta eliminate them all, or do stupid fetch quests for them, or help them find someone who's missing and they don't give it one hoot. Where is it? This one, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I want to see. Turnpike? Or I want to go to the factory. No, the factory. Is it the factory? Oh, God. So yeah, if you had a totally different experience, I can see that. I mean, I can understand that my perspective on this particular game is quite nuanced compared to others. There's really not a lot of... Oh, where's that bloody base? Oh look, local wildlife, killed him. It just feels like the way that they've constructed the world, it doesn't feel as... It's not that exciting to explore. It's just meh. The combat's not terrible or anything. It's just the conversations are boring. I don't care about those people. They're all whatever. There's not a lot of reward for going off the beaten path. Don't buy the game. Alright. Simple. Don't buy the game. If you see it on discount, meh. Don't buy the DLC. Hopefully they're a lot better. I'm sure there's a murder mystery or something. I'm sure they're wildly more interesting. Sure they are. But I can tell you, I just... Can I unequip this? Come on. Oh, there's an axe. It's time to mace the locals. Yeah, I just can't recommend it. It's just, it's mid. Mid, average, below average. I just don't care about I don't care about the world, I don't care about the characters, I don't care about my purpose. I feel like a grander purpose. It's a burden the whole freaking time. Get over here so you can get churned up. Exactly. Just need a very good weapon. The prismatic hammer. I do like my ulti nature. Shooting green laser things. You think you can tell me what to do? You tell me to go fetch something, mate. You know what I'm fetching for you? Some bullets. Here you go. You said you wanted something. For free. I'll reward you when you get back. Reward me now. Pay me advance. I don't know why they had this, like, using the companion abilities like turn-based combat. It's a bit ridiculous, to be frank. It's just... Oh my goodness. So much better. Oh, all these annoying people and all their annoying dialogue and complaints. Asking me to do things for them. They haven't even got the guts to lead the town themselves. Yeah, you gonna punch me, mate? Yeah? Yeah? You gonna hide in here? There's no real violent dismemberment, except for when I shoot them with the handgun. So, again, not too big a deal. Alright, this place is cleansed. Let's get to the... Oh, let's get out of here. Get out of here. Just so much better. We can call the ship. Oh, we're in combat. Who is still alive? Bloody fall damage. You, what are you doing? We got food addiction. So as you play through the game, you get random rewards for doing stuff. Random perks that are detriments. You can't seem to stop yourself from eating. You even food that's bland or horribly flavored, not eating that often will cause withdrawals. Yeah, no. And you can say yes or no, and you can play on a mode where you have to accept all of the negative points that are on offer. So there's a bit of customization in terms of how you play through, but you do the same missions again and again. So I mean, replayability, I don't think it's strong. I feel like Fallout's replayability was because your builds were so distinctly different, and the path you took in the world could be so distinctly different that it didn't feel like, even when you did the missions that were the main missions, that they were that, onerous. That's what I want to see. So 80 and 80. Crazy armor. You do have a lot of this just bullcrap collectible stuff. And the mods for your weapons and all that sort of blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Yeah. Let's go to abandoned relay or something. No. Oh, that's right there. Oh, goodness me.
Destination reached. Scylla. Captain, your actions have left the world of Monarch in a state of chaos. I look forward to observing its collapse.
See? See? At least the bloody AI on the computer gets me and realizes what I'm doing is for the betterment of the galaxy. Saving resources. This is how you save the planet. And save each planet. Remove the human element. Embrace alien. Yeah. So is this a review? Is this a slaughter? Both. Both. I mean, the game doesn't look bad. PS4 game, not a PS5 optimization or anything, but I just wanted to... This is a nice place to just stand around. And for some reason, there's no zero gravity system in terms of the boosting stuff, even though you're on a freaking... It's obvious that it is that. There's a lot of really annoying enemies around here, but again, I'm strong enough to handle them, but it just... Pain in the ass. Oh, look, there's one right there. So I'm just going to stand here and look at the ship. Here we go. Set it up. You two, do a pose. Pose. Okay, maybe not. Okay, this shot will do. I'm terrible. We'll do that. That's better. So yeah, Outer Wilds, Forgettable. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's got nothing on. He stole my sweet roll. Where's that? Where's that iconic stuff? All the freaking tunnel snakes. The tunnel snakes. You remember the tunnel snakes? You remember the Brotherhood of Steel? You remember War? War never changes. You remember that? All that stuff's so iconic. Obsidian here. They've got all the lessons. They've learnt. They've been involved. They did Fallout New Vegas. And then what is this? It's just... I don't understand. So much narrative that's just garbage. Just filler. Wasted dialogue. Wasted money on dialogue. It's garbage. It's not iconic, it's not memorable, it's not classic, it's not anything. It never will. I mean, maybe one day it'll be classic. You never know with classic stuff. Even the trash is classic now. Because people remember how old they were when they played it and the feelings they had when they played it rather than the actual game itself. And then that sort of covers up the crapness of the game and they can do whatever they like. That's fine. It is what it is with that. I would have done that too myself, but I just I worry about the new game from Bethesda, the new space one. I mean, they'll be looking at learning from this and like Borderlands 3. One's games where you could travel from different planets, and then you look at No Man's Sky with the procedural generation and things, and they'd be looking at it, and they'd be looking at the smallness of the worlds that you have on offer in this, and be like, oh, we have to be better than this. And it's just a question of how you contextualize your character's journey so as to allow for vast swathes of open, destitute, desolate landscape. You need to be able to justify it. And if you can justify it, you can get away with anything if you can justify it. And you can make it part of the world and make it make sense. I feel like some games they don't want to reach for the stars because again they don't find a way to contextualize it as part of the story in a way that's acceptable if it doesn't work out so well. So there's so much of this manipulation and psychology. Again, so much of this game is about politics but you don't really play politics. You don't get to manipulate people in a way that affects the other ones and then real time moves forward and affects more people. It's so much of a stilted, stagnant storyline, and then you have, orchestrated segments, and you go back and forth, and then you do the character mission, and then you have to take them to a specific spot and then talk and then have those conversations. And you reaffirm or you disillusion, and then ultimately you want to have all of them on your team and be nice to all of them, as any predictable character would. I mean, any person NPC, and just you at the end you can save the people or you can't save them, you have to move them somewhere else, and it's like ugh ugh such a pain in the ass. Yep, I'm done. Yep, that's enough. That is enough. It's just uninspiring, artificial, lacking in character that I find appealing. I don't like the UI. Why are they doing a classic type thing in a modern space shooter? Whatever. That's their decision. I think it's just stupid. But again, they went for a direction. It didn't pay off. It doesn't feel satisfying. It doesn't feel gratifying. It doesn't feel memorable. It doesn't, have any nostalgia, even though it's been a couple of years. But it just doesn't work for me. That's all. It's my opinion. Again, at the end of the day, you have your own. If you bought the game and you enjoyed it, power to you. That's what this, I don't know, I'll say it a million times. It's what it's all about. You play games, you have fun, that's great. I play games, I have fun for the most part. And then I look back and go, could have been a lot better. Look at my shitty coordination. But yeah, I feel like my character doesn't matter in this world. And again, I'm just a passenger of the quest others give me and some sort of poignant dialogue maybe. But not really. It's just sort of flagellation of your teammates. And killing so many animals. And the people that matter. People don't know bloody names and shit. Yeah. We need some iconic bloody alien races who talk and actually hold a standing in the world and maybe intergalactic conflict rather than this intergalactic one large corporation that's just a stupid corporation that enslaves the people on the planets to do the stupid job, and they're just stupid and it keeps them all with corporate culture. This whole corporate culture game is just garbage. This whole thing is so corporate. It's perpetuating this idea of the corporate culture being such a systemic system of mind-numbingly ignorant stupidity and negligence and endless repetitive lack of innovation and progression of the human race. It's just, it annoys me. It annoys me a lot. Because it doesn't do enough to break itself up and to be, reflecting in some sort of what matters. What matters is just sort of, it goes back and forth in question marks, and it's all saving these people who are frozen, and then I feel like it leans into politics but doesn't use them in a way that would be clever. So again, it's not Mass Effect in terms of that sort of. I mean, it doesn't have the sex scenes or anything like that, but it doesn't have the, I don't know, the feeling of the wider world with the intergalactic council thing, and all the people of different races and the intermingling and all that sort of stuff. Just having humans on their own in space is just sad, you know. It's just sad. Imagine Star Trek with just humans. It's just sad. Where's the spice? Alright. I've talked for long enough. Jesus, I've gone for a while. Apologies for slaughtering all the people. It is what it is. But it's an important function, you know? That's a big part of Fallout. You gotta slaughter everyone. I don't feel bad about it, because again, I don't feel anything for the people. I cared about Megaton. I bloody cared. The detonating the nuke was a big bloody deal. I cared about the ghouls. Bloody hell. Some good bloody ghouls. Like the guy with the pirate hat. And the pirate outfit. Fallout 4. What was his name again? Bloody Valentine. The bloody dog. Fallout 4. The super mutant dude. Fallout 3. And one in Fallout 4. And the Liberty Prime. There's so much iconic stuff. And then this game has none. Alright, I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me on this adventure into slaughter and horrible murder. Yeah, it is what it is. I might age restrict it because I slaughter everyone. But then again, it's only a couple of limbs flying about. It's not a big deal. It's very stylized violence. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, been Frosty510. Like and subscribe. Disagree in the comments. I mean, maybe you can agree. Who knows? I don't know. It's hard to know things about people's thoughts and feelings at times because they do mask it a bit. If you love the game, again, you win. I lost. I'll see you next time. Oh, God. Bye-bye.